Hello and welcome to the show. I guess I'm hosting because I'm pissed off today. I guess we are going to be talking about Indiana Jones 5. We're going to be talking about Star Wars: The High Republic by Igers Exit from Disney very suddenly. Mutants and Captain Marvel 2 and Jurassic World Domination, as well as Zam's Top 5. Let me introduce you to my esteemed panel of nerds, which of course would be Zamario and Christine. Ginger has decided to piss off this week because he got mad that we were all, came in at the last minute last week. Actually, I wasn't even on last week, so fuck off. And
family obligations, we have that. We Greeks have that shit,
Well, yeah, that was me last week because I was at the house. Well, I was getting back.
Yeah, you were attacking Disney's cock.
That's right. I was doing America's hat too. America's hat. So anyway, I guess that's it, and I guess I'm hosting. So let's go into the first topic, which will be Indiana Jones 5. And I'm going to let Zamario take this because, honestly, I don't care that much about Indiana Jones. Truth be told.
Oh, you don't? I don't care at all.
Not,
Okay. All right. The film will start filming apparently this summer. And there was a picture of Harrison Ford looking quite ripped for a man who's 77 years old. I don't know how I feel initially that in order for this film to work, it needs to follow some of the traits of Marvel. It just, I'm not sure exactly what he means by that, but because I know Marvel is successful, but what traits does he mean? I mean, this is the 5th film in the franchise. Are we looking for more callbacks to the previous movies? We had plenty of them in the 4th. Nevertheless, I'm not sure how I feel about this. More people want a reboot with a new actor taking on the reins. Someone like a Chris Pratt, someone along those particular lines. Fair enough. If not Chris Pratt, maybe I thought this guy would make a great name for good Indiana Jones as well. But maybe there's another actor we just don't realize yet who could take on this mantle. Who knows? Nevertheless, am I excited for this? Am I excited about a 5th Indiana Jones movie? Even though the guy's close to his 80s, what do you expect from him? I mean, you're worried that this guy, the moment he gets one whack in the face, he's gonna fucking fall on the floor and needs his pills. I mean, this film's also going to be set in the 60s, I believe, as well, because they're going to have to compensate for his age, but he's a lot older now in this particular movie. But that could be a bit interesting, seeing Indiana Jones in the swinging 60s. But if they go again, I'm that either the stupidest thing they ever done.
I have ice cream.
I think Chris, quiet.
Give me a moment.
I
I don't care about Indiana Jones. I'm gonna go get ice cream. I'll be back.
Just mute your mic, Chris. Respect. Just mute your mic. Yeah. This woman constantly tells me I'm interrupted. She's the queen of interruption. I mean, if anyone could interrupt anymore, it would be this. The lesson of thought. Yeah, I just hope this film lives up to some sort of expectations. I don't think it's going to be that good. Why would we expect this one to be any good? I think it's going to be it's a shame because I love this franchise more than any much as I pre Star Wars and Marvel and Lord of the Rings. Real soft spot for Indiana. Says him twice. Bollocks. It's a shame he's going out. Roberto.
Is it me?
Roberto?
Okay.
Yeah.
I really think that this is, I mean, I'm on the Christine bandwagon of it just needs to die or it needs to be redone. And I think it needs to be redone in you know what, for fuck's sake, mute your mic.
Mute your mic, for fuck's sake.
Like, I don't care if you go and do something, but for fuck's sake. All right, so it needs to be redone in the form of Uncharted. I really feel like that Harrison Ford needs to go because I like him, but he's freaking a million years old. It's like, you know, he can be in a Uncharted movie, but there needs to be a new Indiana Jones, and I'm not even talking about an actual Indiana Jones. I'm talking about a, you know, just like a different franchise with, you know,
Shia LaBeouf?
Huh?
Shia LaBeouf taking over?
No. Kill Indiana Jones. It's done. Let's stop beating this dead horse. Please, God, let's stop beating this horse.
Let him die.
It needs to move on to an Uncharted franchise. And I don't care if like Harrison Ford is in it as Sully. I think that would be amazing if Harrison Ford was Sully in the Uncharted
yeah,
franchise.
I would be okay with that. What I'm
And
not
it's
okay
kinda like-
with is Holland
like
playing
the torch.
Drake.
And who be Drake?
Ford is too old for Sully.
You know, the Spider-Man kid.
Oh, Tom Holland. Yeah, I could get on
Holland's
board
gonna
with
be
that.
pretty-
No,
I think he's a little young. I mean,
he's too young.
He's a little
Oh,
short.
okay.
And also, unpopular
He's short.
opinion, I also don't like Fillion as Nathan Drake because I'm shallow. He's not hot enough. Sorry.
I agree with you. He looks the part a little bit, but like just a little bit. But at the same time,
No, he's a good actor.
He's
He's a good actor. Fillion is a good actor.
I got a good one.
They're
I got a great
both.
one. How about I got a great one for Nate. Available right now because he just finished 8 seasons of Arrow. How about Stephen Amell? I think he would be great as Nathan Drake. I can see him pulling it off.
Oh yes,
He's got
he
the right look.
would. Oh my God, yes, he does. That guy's hot.
No,
Charlie
I
Hunnam.
don't see him as I don't see him as a Nathan Drake. I see him as maybe a villain in those movies.
I see him as whatever, as long as he has his hair off.
Yeah. Well, but yeah, I kind of agree with Ginger. If you guys are looking at the chat, like I'm not saying Amel has no personality, but he definitely lacks.
That's what he said.
He definitely lacks that. I don't even fucking know how to say it. Like he doesn't he lacks that it factor to play Nathan Drake. Honestly, if Nolan North was available, the actual voice actor, and if he actually, I think he would make a good Nathan Drake if he got ripped and he kind of because he kind of looks like Nathan Drake.
I don't know what he looks like.
I mean, he looks a lot like Nathan
I
Drake.
think what he looks like. I'm not sure.
Well,
He looks. He's too. I think he might be too short as well. I think height. I think height is important. I would like my Nathan Drake to be at least 6'2". You know, that feels right. You know, that sort of height.
well, let's just
I don't
get John
care about
Cena to
height.
do it then. Let's get John Cena
he's a-
because you know he's
I think
if we don't care about
No.
if we care about don't care about physic or if we only care about physicality, then let's just get John
No.
Cena because you know he's a
No.
great actor, right?
No.
John
He's
Cena,
too old, too
John
buff.
Cena is he's
And-
played on steroids.
You guys
of course
realize
not.
that Nathan Drake is in his like late 30s, right? Nathan Drake is not a young spring chicken.
I
He-
know
No,
he's not a
he's
spring
older than
chicken,
that.
but
He's older than that now. You played Uncharted 4. He had a
Yeah.
kid, you know, and that kid was a teenager. He's a
He had
lot
a
older
kid?
than that now. He's probably in his
oh
mid
my
40s.
God, he's a daddy now.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
late
what I'm
40s.
saying.
Wow.
Even sorry, my bad. Late 40s for sure.
Well, I've seen some late 40s guys that are hot too.
And I'm not saying that guys in their 40s can't do action stuff. I'm just saying, like, if we're going to sit here and we're going to talk about physicality of who looks like what, because I did not want Gal Gadot to be Wonder Woman. I didn't think she looked like Wonder Woman to me. She's not Amazonian. She's not, I mean, she doesn't have the build for it. But yet, look at this. She's like one of the best characters in the DCEU. And I was wrong. Okay, I can be wrong. But I still say that first image of Gal Gadot coming out was, she did not look like Wonder Woman to me. And she had to grow on me. So can we just all agree that first impressions suck ass and so does Ginger? Not here to defend himself.
Yeah, his head's
Good.
ass.
I'll still sit
Okay,
with him.
so we're moving on to
He's
the
an
next
actor. He,
topic,
could
or
be,
you
I
have
mean,
anything else?
he showed a lot of charisma before he became a fucking badass. When he was still just a punk ass kid, you know, fucking trying to fuck everybody on the planet. He showed a side of that character of Oliver Queen before he became the badass. I mean, he's an actor in the day.
Look,
he needs to show some charisma and personality.
I've seen him in a Hallmark movie before.
Pull it off.
Like,
he could definitely do the action scenes. He could do the stunts for sure, which is what you need.
You know who I want? If we could have Stephen Amell with Tom Cavanaugh's personality,
you get the right.
I would be down.
How do you do that?
I don't know, but if you could have Tom Cavanaugh.
By the way, I have a statement to make. Ice cream and kittens. That's the life.
All right, well. All right, well, change your panties. We're moving on to the next topic, all right?
All right.
Star Wars High Republic. Zam has some interesting thoughts about this. Chris doesn't.
I did.
Want the whole thing to die.
I forgot.
No, you forgot?
I did have some things I wanted to say about High Republic. I knew I'd forget. I know that's how it is. But to this.
All right, well, do you want me to start then?
About this? Yeah, go on, start.
Well, my only thing is that, you're right. I don't really give a fuck about it. I want it to be movies. I want us to go into a place, and I mean, it doesn't even have to be the past. High Republic could be like after Episode 9. You know what I mean? Like the High Republic could be after, like 100 years, or even 10 years after Episode 9, because I want us to move somewhere where we have just kind of a fresh source material. You know what I mean? Like I want some fresh stuff. I don't mind carrying over some of the characters from the new trilogy. I would love to have Poe Dameron involved, maybe an older Poe Dameron, like as the general of the Republic or whatever. As all of you know, I don't care for Jedi anymore. I'm kind of done with it. Jedi are kind of gay. I'm just done. So I mean,
all right, I kind of remember now. I want to quickly get it in before I forget. Kathleen fucking Kennedy. That was my issue. We just don't know what to fucking believe anymore. So many times, so many things have been on the fucking fly. Yeah, with the directors and the fucking the reshoots and stuff. Yeah, at all. We're gonna make this. We're not gonna do this. Boba Fett. Well, fuck that. We'll do this instead. We're gonna make a film about Obi-Wan. People have been clamoring that for years. Oh, maybe we'll turn it into a series. And then we just don't know what, we were supposed to do an anthology movie in between every Star Wars movie. That's obviously been scrapped now as well. We just don't know what the fuck's going on. I can't believe what shit comes out of fucking Disney Star Wars. It's just happy. Shut the fuck up and just work on the project and don't say what it is, because we're not going to fucking believe you, but it's not going to be what it fucking ever is. It never is that. And so fuck them. And that's why I don't give a shit about any of this stuff coming out soon.
No, okay. My counterpoint to that is that we live in a society right now where we have to be up our favorite franchises' asses so far that we can tickle their uvulas. Like we have to know everything that's going on. We can't leave anything to surprise anymore. We got to know who the villain is for the next Avengers movie right now. We can't even, there are people who are upset that they didn't tease the next villain at the end of Endgame. We have to know what's the next step. What are we having to look forward to? And it's and it all started back with, Avengers. We have to be all so far. There's so much transparency right now that no one can take a seat and wait to see where things go. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to just wait to see where these things go. That's why I'm not all up in the business of all this stuff. I mean, I don't mind reading articles about it.
They tell us stuff, but it doesn't happen.
Exactly,
that's
because
what I'm really upset about. They're still in the planning Don't tell us anything. Fuck this High Republic shit. Just keep it. You know what I mean?
When I hear High Republic,
don't even be that.
I'm just thinking Jedi's on drugs. And actually, that would be fucking interesting. Imagine Jedi's on drugs. High Jedi's.
I wouldn't mind. Look, I would not mind a comedy based in the Star Wars universe. An actual comedy. Something that's very self-referential and something that's very tongue-in-cheek. Like every Star Wars movie has to be this like serious freaking, downer, like not downer, but like, the Skywalker. Like I want a freaking comedy in the Star Wars universe. And it doesn't have to be like Deadpool style. It could be like Harley Quinn style, where it's not like look at the camera and say something. It's more like, they're just these are dumbasses just going around, and like Firefly. Like, there's serious parts, but then there's also very good comedic moments.
I personally, my favorite Star Wars book, the ones on the Sith.
You're cutting out. You're cutting out a lot.
Focus stuff, centric, without having, if need be, it's the most interesting stuff. What I want the most. If
I wouldn't mind the Sith. Give us something. I don't want. Here's the thing. I would love if they had like a Sith, like a show centered around the Sith, but not like the actual Jedi Sith. Like remember in the Old Republic, the Sith army. Not every single one of those Sith were Jedis. And I know it's a Sith is a bad Jedi, whatever. I don't care.
Just give me Ewoks and Porgs.
No, Roberto. I'm not sure if it's canon or legends now, but there were Sith academies. Sith students were called Furians, and they train Sith as from birth. These things have happened as well as fallen Jedis. So yeah, you get them both.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of done with Jedi. I'm kind of done with Sith. I want more of the outlier stuff. I like the Mandalorian and Rogue One. I don't mind the Jedi references and everything like that, but at the same time, I really just want something different. I'm tired of Skywalkers and Jedi and Sith and lightsabers and the Force. Fuck the Force. That's my 2020 campaign. Fuck the Force. I'm tired of it.
Okay, this Cassian Andor series, which is I'm not sure is going to happen now. Are you interested in that? Because personally, I don't give a fuck about that at all.
I am more interested in the Cassian show, not because it's a spinoff of Rogue One, but because it's not based on the Jedi. It's based on the Rebellion. And I mean, as I said, I really wish they would have done a different character than Cassian, because we know he's freaking dead. Like, let's move on. Let's do somebody else. But like, I'm more excited for that than I am for Kenobi. Not gonna lie. Kenobi is or Obi-Wan or whatever the show's gonna be called. I don't even know. But like, this whole like, oh, here's Obi-Wan sitting on Tatooine watching Luke. Oh wait, now he gets dragged off into this other adventure. And it's like, no, like, dude, I want Obi-Wan to be sitting in that freaking desert for 30, 20, whatever, 25 years or 20 years or whatever it was. I want him sitting in that 19, whatever. Him sitting in that desert and just kind of sitting there twiddling his thumbs, meditating and learning how to do the Force ghost
and
shit.
Masturbating.
And masturbating, yes.
Stop
he probably
did.
Using the Force.
And that's what I don't care about Kenobi. I love Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan. I do. I love it. But I'm not that desperate for him to come back as Obi-Wan that I want to shoehorn in a Obi-Wan Kenobi series that doesn't belong.
Well, my issue with the Obi-Wan Kenobi series is they're going to set it 8 years after he's already been on Tatooine. That for me is the cop-out regarding his life on Tatooine. I want the whole series to be about his whole fucking life on Tatooine, not just a little period of it. But
nobody cares about him sitting in the desert.
They don't know how to develop. I don't mind actually if it's the whole of his life, but a portion of his life, I'm not interested as much as I should be. I will watch it, obviously, not as interested as I should be.
If you want Castaway on Tatooine with Obi-Wan, that's fine. Like that's probably Disney Plus. I'll probably watch it regardless, but at the same time, I'm like, fuck it. I don't even care. That's why I'm saying I'd rather.
By the way, just so you know, I'm not clamoring for this, Roberto, but we know it's going to be made. I believe. I mean, they've gone this far in on it. I mean, they'll be stupid not to. But nevertheless, it will likely do it. And the way they're doing it is not to. But I would like something else instead of an Obi-Wan film for sure. I agree with you there.
All right. Are we done with the High Republic? Or are we?
Yeah, let's move on.
All right. Bob Iger exits Disney. Bob Iger, after 15 years of being CEO of Disney, has exited. In his tenure, he started in 2005. He negotiated purchases such as Pixar, Marvel, and Lucas Arts Film, which is of course is Star Wars, which we've been talking about. He's also renovated a lot of the Disney parks overseas, and actually started some Disney parks overseas, I believe. I'm not 100% on that. Because I think he did Disney Beijing or Disney Hong Kong or whichever one, which was a very impossible task. He's really renovated the whole Disney process and made Disney even more of a super giant than it has been in the past 15 years. He's made Disney even more of a super giant than it was 15 years ago. And you can see it. Like, think about it. Okay, so what did we think of Disney back 15 years ago? It was movies and there were like a couple parks. Now it is this global phenomenon that is like compared to the Imperial or the Empire in Star Wars. Might as well make it self-referential. And so and he's done, and you know what, honestly, from some of the business side of things that I've watched him do and kind of read into and everything like that, he was a good CEO. I mean, I have not heard anything that was that bad, unless you guys know something. I have not found anything, because I was kind of digging a little bit. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, if we're going to talk about him, I want to kind of look and see if there's anything. But honestly, he's just made a lot of good business decisions. You know, he's put money where it needed to go. He's cut back where it needed to be cut back. And although nobody wants to cut money back, that is a business decision. The only place you should not cut back money is in healthcare when you're dealing with people's health. But let's be honest, Disney is not a necessity in life. Although some people make it out to be their necessity in life, it is a company.
I think that anyone associated with Disney is a fucking supervillain. Fuck them and their monopoly they're trying to create. I don't like what they're trying to do.
What are they trying to do?
Buy everything.
Who cares? If they had... Okay, I get it, you don't want a monopoly, but it is not Disney's fault that they are doing everything right. Like, look, they are not sabotaging. Like, DCEU, like the DC and Warner Brothers. It is not Disney's fault that Warner Brothers can barely make a superhero universe.
I agree with you, Roberto. Roberto, I want to quickly intervene there. I would hate it if DC ended up in Disney's hands. That would be the worst thing ever. If DC,
no. I don't want
DC
that.
is at least keeping shit adult, you know. Yeah. So we Disney buying everything then, because we don't. You know, we don't want Disney buying everything. As good as they might be certain things, they have to leave certain things alone.
Okay. No. And I'm not saying I want them to buy Warner Brothers. I'm not saying I want them to buy Sony. I'm just saying that I don't want them to own everything. That is not what
I can compromise if they do something. If they separate their PG and kids stuff,
they
do the more adult stuff more. Like they kind of have to now. They kind of have to now.
No, yeah. What do you think that Hulu is for? They have a 51% stock in Hulu. They've even said Hulu is where more of our adult, like teenage to adult content is going to go. Disney Plus is going to be younger teenage versus, and then kids stuff.
Yeah, but still, it's two separate subscriptions that you have to be paying.
They've made options for that. Like you can get ESPN. You can get, and I know you guys don't care about American sports, but you can get ESPN, Hulu, and Disney for the price of two of them. And I'm sorry, like, what else do you want them to do? Put it all on Disney Plus? No, because as a parent, I don't want my kids to have access.
As a parent, you could have a log like we used to have in our cable TVs. Like we had cable, there was a log who couldn't watch porn or anything over the age because there were locks in place that you can go for it. Oh,
that's fine, but kids figure that shit out. And I mean, I'm a pretty good parent, and I try to keep my kids away from all the really stupid, nasty stuff that's out there. But I mean, kids are smarter than we were. I'm sorry, kids nowadays are.
All right, fine. So look, Roberto. So
Yeah,
if you do get both
but
subscriptions, they're still going to watch shit. But Roberto, your ideology is wrong, mate. You should be fighting for the fact that we shouldn't have to be paying for fucking more shit than we should have to. They're making tons of money, man. Just charge us one subscription for both.
also, I don't want to scare you, but your kids can watch whatever the fuck they want over the internet, even at school. So,
Mate, I was watching porn
your
before I fucking hit
argument,
double
your
figures.
argument is a bit flawed. Like,
It's an opinion,
me,
Chris, and I
yeah.
know you're not used to
Yeah, I
having
know.
one of those, but I mean, I like the
I
way
have
that they're
many
doing things,
opinions.
and I'm sorry you don't like it because you actually have to pay more money. But you guys pirate things anyway, so why matter?
It's not about paying more money. It's the same fucking company. And
Okay.
It's not like I want to
separating things
pirate, Roberto.
So wait a minute.
I
So you pay a cable company to get different channels. Should it all be under the same company?
Why not? Like, honestly, back in the day it was just Netflix. Now there are 15 different services. Where does it end? Where does it end?
That's why people pirate.
I don't know. I mean, you guys tell me because you're obviously smarter than me. So y'all figure it out.
Roberto, it's just that there's too much out there. We can't.
We're being passive aggressive today.
Chris, calm down. Roberto, there's just too much out there. We can't afford to subscribe to everything. Hence why people pirate, because it's just if we could afford to fucking pay for everything, we would, but we can't.
My internet's being laggy right now, so I don't even know if you guys can hear
Maybe
me.
if the Disney made it a bit cheaper. I mean, maybe if this thing's a bit cheaper.
Honestly, your internet is better than Zap's.
Oh, by the way, who's
yeah.
Who's
so that's not me. That's him, right?
That's him. Yeah.
Who's going?
Well then, damn, your internet's being really bad. So I mean, I just don't want to sit here while you're gapping all over the place. But anyway, so I mean, look, that's okay. You guys can disagree with the business model. I'm okay with it. It just means that you have to prioritize and make choices. And I know a lot of people nowadays don't like to do that because, look, I want so badly to watch Star Trek Picard, but I don't because I don't want to buy CBS All Access.
It's shit.
And I'm sorry, they are getting my money, so I'm not watching the show. I'm reading about the show. Don't buy
CBS Access. It's shit.
Well, yeah,
shit,
but
Roberto.
if everything was on Netflix,
I've only watched episode and it's shit.
Nothing will ever be just on Netflix. So I mean, it's okay. You guys can dream, and that's okay. And one day, if it turns out that Netflix takes over everything, then we'll all complain about Netflix having everything. So,
well, it used to be that
everything.
Netflix had everything. Well, everything, like most of the stuff that you wanted to watch, series-wise. I mean.
Honestly, I envy you guys over in the UK because you guys get a lot of things on Netflix that we don't like that have to be on different subscription services. So, I mean, it is what it is, and that's all that it is.
Wow.
All right, so back to Bob Iger.
Fun.
All right. By the way, who's going to be taking? Who's his successor?
Some bald-headed, Mr. Clean-looking motherfucker. I don't know who he is.
All right, well, see how it goes.
I don't know. I mean, from what I heard, he's been groomed by Iger for the past couple of years, but you don't know. Like, you don't know. He's been in charge of the Disney parks for the past couple of years. So, I mean, who knows how much influence he's actually had in any Disney products besides the parks. I mean, he's responsible for portions of Galaxy's Edge coming to Disney. So, I mean, it just depends on, I don't know. We're just gonna have to watch and see.
Fair enough.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't really looked into the new guy. I was kind of looking for dirt on Iger, and I really couldn't find anything. So, all right. So we ready to move on?
Tom Holland's phone call.
What? You cut out. What?
Damn?
He said he took all that came to renewing the contract with Sony.
Oh, okay. Well, we couldn't hear you because you were gapping out. Like now, your internet's worse than mine, which I didn't think was ever possible.
Sorry about that.
And I'm here in a shithole country with the fastest internet. Mm-mm-mm. Feels so
I'm
good.
glad you admitted it was a shithole. All right.
So
Yeah, but we have
Captain
better
Mar-
internet, so fuck you.
All right. So
Yeah.
we got two different story. Well, we got two different stories here. It seems like Captain Marvel. In Captain Marvel 2, there have been rumors that Rogue is going to be the main villain and Wolverine is going to be in it. I mean, Zam has the Wolverine thing. I haven't seen that yet, but I haven't really looked into it. I have looked into Rogue, and I'm on the fence about this. It depends on it, because here's the thing. I think that in the next Avengers movie, Scarlet Witch needs to be the main villain. They need to do a House of M situation where instead of no more mutants, she brings mutants into the fold. During that movie, and the Avengers have to stop Scarlet Witch. And I think that's really the only way to bring mutants in that makes sense besides like a Secret Wars. And I really don't want Secret Wars yet. Secret Wars needs to be a couple years down the line when we can get Robert Downey Jr. back and we can get Chris Evans back as as cameos and shit like that. And yeah, there's my internet. And I just I feel, I don't know. I mean, if they're gonna start introducing mutants slowly, then I guess this is the way to go. If they're going to introduce mutants in a big way, I think it needs to be after the next Avengers movie. So, Chris, what do you think? Do you care? Do you not care?
Well, nothing is yet confirmed, so I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it. I'll tell you when things come out. I mean, I don't know. I honestly don't know what I am to expect.
Okay. Zam, what do you think?
The idea of introducing either of these mutants in Captain Marvel 2 seems ridiculous. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what Rogue's interactions are with Captain Marvel, but
Do you want me to give you
Wolverine
the
in the
history?
comics is hardly identical. Between Rogue and Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Okay, so back in the 80s, maybe late 70s, Rogue was a part of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, and Rogue was a part of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, and Captain Marvel came up against them, and she was trying to stop them from something or other. It was some kind of plot, or not a plot, but so Rogue got her hands on Captain Marvel and held on to her for a really long time comparatively to other people. And what happened is based on Captain Marvel's cosmic powers, Captain Marvel went into a coma for 10 years or whatever, and Rogue inherited a lot of her powers. She couldn't project any of, like the cosmic power, like the rays or whatever, but she did inherit the abilities of flight, super strength, wearing a swimsuit really well, those kind of powers. So, but I mean, and that's it. I mean, and then eventually Captain Marvel came out of the coma. Rogue lost Captain Marvel's powers eventually.
Wow.
So, and that's kind of just that. That's it. I mean, that's honestly it. Is kind of how that storyline went. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, there's no real crossover links with Captain Marvel and Wolverine. There's a little bit in the comics, but nothing major or significant. So the idea of adding Wolverine into this seems a bit bizarre. But what I also got was that apparently Henry Cavill is the guy they want to play Wolverine, as in Marvel.
And my ovaries will be destroyed.
Do you guys like the sound of that?
I want Danny DeVito to play Wolverine. Let's get a height accurate Wolverine.
No.
I
mean, yeah. Look.
You know who won?
Be a short actor because Wolverine's supposed to be short. But I can't have it be Danny DeVito. I mean, come on, he's too old.
Yeah, I know. I was kidding.
They wanted Bob
And a bit too
Hoskins.
short. But yeah, I agree with you. And yeah, man, don't put Henry Cavill everywhere. I can't take it. I can't. I cannot.
The
I cannot bear
the
it
fans
anymore.
wanted. All right, Chris. The
Well,
fans wanted Bob Hoskins to play
who?
Wolverine before Hugh Jackman got the role. Bob
Who
Hoskins,
the
who
fuck is
framed
that?
Roger Rabbit for fuck's sake?
I mean,
Who framed
I'm okay
Roger
with.
Rabbit for fuck's
I'm okay.
sake?
I don't remember. It's been 30 years since that movie came out. What the fuck?
He's dead.
I'm okay
He's
with.
dead. He's dead. It doesn't matter now.
I'm okay with Henry Cavill because the height thing never. I mean, with Hugh Jackman, it never mattered. Who cares? Like,
Yeah.
The only person who height matters for is the Great Khali. So I mean, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Fair enough. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Not much more.
All right.
Oh, you're gonna take it? Go ahead, Chris. Take it. Take
Me?
it away.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, do it.
Me. I
Just do it.
the only
Chris.
Jurassic
Yeah, you do it.
the only thing I've watched is Jurassic Park, the first one, a million years ago. I don't care about the franchise. I don't care. Just kill it.
Kill it with fire.
Yeah, that's like my answer to many things, you know?
I mean, I like the new Jurassic World franchise. I'm okay with it. I mean, it's not incredible like the original movie, but it's not that bad as people make it out to be. I don't know. I'm interested to see where they go with this. Dinosaurs are in the world, so let's get nuts. Go ahead, Zam.
I agree with you there. It has to follow from number deviate and pull the fucking normal again. No. Dinosaurs are all over the world now. They're in the oceans, they're in the skies, they're on the ground, and I want to fucking see what happens from that. And I want to see Chris Pratt save the fucking universe. By the way, it's shit.
Honestly,
this new trilogy is absolute shit. By the way, it's shit. I'll watch it, but it's shit.
So you think that the first trilogy was good, but yeah, this one's shit? Please. Like, the first movie was incredible. Second movie was good. Third movie was absolute shit. Jurassic World was good. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom was good. And now if I can get a good one, then the on average is better. I'm sorry. Like, the average of movie quality is better. If we get a shit Jurassic Park or Jurassic World 3, like we got a shit Jurassic Park 3, then, you maybe have a ground to stand on. But I'm sorry. Like, nothing's going to be as good as the original.
Look, Jurassic Park supersedes Jurassic World and Jurassic World 2, as far as I'm concerned. That in itself is just those films are too busy paying homage than being their own entity. And so,
what are you talking about?
Regardless of
Jurassic World 2 did its own thing.
Being shit or not, I will watch it.
Jurassic World 2 did its own thing.
Mate. I'll try.
Not a lot.
The film is so shit. All I remember is things like the fucking mutant dinosaur they built and stuff like that, and it's just bollocks. The film was just bollocks. They repeated the same shit they did from Jurassic World. Nothing original. Just made a mutated dinosaur. Not interested at all, but I will watch it nevertheless. Yes, not interested.
Well, that's why in your opinion, they will keep making shit movies because we all keep watching them.
Unfortunately, you're right about that.
All right. Well, I mean, I hope the franchise goes balls to the wall and just kind of, does what it does. I mean, I want to see dinosaurs and I want to see people fight dinosaurs. That's it. I mean,
I love you.
What was that, Zam?
I love your heel turn, by the way. Anyway, I love your heel turn. It's fucking brilliant. Nevertheless, Should we get on with my top 5?
This is what happens
call
when
it
you
a day?
guys try to talk about American politics before we start.
Yeah, that's how it goes. All right. Are you ready for top 5,
Did you bring
Chris?
it up?
Roberto?
Did you have it ready?
Yeah.
I
I
will
got it
have
ready.
it ready in about like 10-ish seconds if I can find it.
I mean, we were on the last topic, so
well, yeah,
have it
but it was a
ready.
topic that it didn't interest me, so I was Facebooking. So fuck y'all.
All right, whatever. We don't have Penny here to do the thing.
You do it.
All right. Well, bring it up. I guess I don't. Sam's top 5.
Excellent, Roberto. Excellent. Oh, it's a bit of a miserable day for everyone. It's pissing down outside. Fucking Roberto's gone heel. Chris is just annoying as usual. And we haven't got a fucking ginger Greek who would be my partner in crime, but he would probably know more about this top 5 than you fucking two cunts. But nevertheless, this is a tragic top 5. Tragic moments in films is what I'm talking about here in my top 5. I want to give an honorable mention to films that didn't make the list, but have tragic moments in them. Film The Elephant Man, Broke Mountain, Macaulay Culkin when he gets, I mean, that was horrible. Gran Torino with Carlito's Way, where he almost made it to his girlfriend, but he got killed at the end. Bambi, I mean, who the hell can forget Bambi and his mum dying? You know what I mean? Tragic moments here. And of course, one of the films that really surprised me when I watched it, $1 Million Baby, which could have made my top 5, but that was tragic in its own right. Unbelievable when that film went into the hospital scenes and her dying of her injuries as a boxer. I just couldn't see that happening when I first saw that film. Amazing. One of Clint Eastwood's best films, by the way. But it didn't make my top 5. So to everyone now, top 5 tragic moments from movies. And number 5 is a Christmas classic. This film comes on British television nearly every Christmas Eve. It's a cartoon which was made in the 1980s, sung by the legendary Aled Jones, called Walking in the Air. And the cartoon itself is called The Snowman. I'm not sure if either of you have seen that. Can you get the fucking screen off me, you useless fucking editor, producer, whatever?
I'm not editing. I'm just clicking buttons.
Whatever you are, you're not good at it. Anyway.
Bitch, you do it then.
Have you seen The Snowman, Roberta?
Nope.
You're good at it.
I
admit I'm not good at it. No. All right. Basically, this story, The Snowman, is basically about a boy who builds a snowman that comes to life and they go on a little adventure. And then when the adventure is over, they go back to the kid's home. No, it's not. Fuck all that shit, yeah? When they go back home, and then the sun rises, and when the boy comes out to see the snowman again in the morning, he's melted. It's such a tragic... I mean, it ends with the death of the snowman. It was so tragic. The ending.
Frosty the Snowman.
It was such a beautiful film. He meets Santa Claus and all of that. Mate, it's the snowman. And fuck your Frosty the Snowman with your American bollocks. It's just awful. It sounds... Frosty the Snowman would never make my top 5. Fuck that shit. Anyway, watch The Snowman. Just The Snowman. It's excellent. It's excellent. All right. Number 4 is a film I know you've definitely seen, Roberto. But if you haven't... No, Snowman's better. This film I've only seen once because it's such a hard film to watch. Not in the sense that it's bad, but it's so tragic. Yeah, that the moment in this movie which was the most tragic was during the middle of the film, the movie where Mickey Rourke, who was in the movie, misses his daughter's meeting and loses her again. And he loses her for good this time. She doesn't want anything to do with him because she knows that as much as this guy's trying to change, he'll always be this fucking loser who would never be there for her. And he knew that. And he lost his daughter again. And
you cut off again.
It's a really sad part of the film, but at the end of the movie, he's had the operation. He shouldn't be doing any. He had the operation, and if he does any more wrestling, he's lost his daughter. He's never going to get her back. He wants out of his life. So really, the wrestler Roberto.
Actually, I've only seen parts of it.
Wow, you're a fucking disgrace, Chris. Have you seen The Wrestler?
Yeah, well, I'm not impressed with Mickey Rourke at all. So
yeah, I don't like that guy.
Yeah, there's a lot of people I don't like in films. I don't like James Woods. I don't like Kevin Spacey. I don't like Clint Eastwood. Anyway, fuck you two. On to the next movie. Maybe you've seen this shit, you fucking useless cunts. This film's ending is Shakespearean who wrote it. This is the Juliet, the Leonardo DiCaprio one, where he thinks that Juliet is dead, and he thinks Juliet is dead. And just as she wakes up from her whatever the fuck she's going through, Leonardo DiCaprio's character takes the poison and kills himself, and then she doesn't want to live anymore. She kills herself. It's all very fucking sad. It's Shakespeare.
Yeah, but spoiler.
Have you seen this movie, Romeo and Juliet?
That movie's freaking terrible.
Yeah, it is.
if you want to,
so what are you saying spoilers for? If everyone's fucking knows.
Look, if you want to sit there and say Romeo and Juliet, the actual
I should have put. No, but I'm talking about movies here, aren't I?
Whatever. So, I mean,
anyway, you're right. I could have thrown Brokeback Mountain or $1 Million Baby in there instead. Maybe I shouldn't have. But nevertheless, do you remember that movie? I would have much rather make you feel at the time.
Special than this one.
All right, fuck you guys. Chris, you got anything to say about that movie?
Anything nice, you mean?
Anything to say about the ending of that film with the fucking death scene?
Nothing unexpected or surprising, because we've known about it for like 400 years.
Draw me like one of your dead girls.
All right. Fuck you two. All right, on to number 2 now. Number 2.
That'd be the best night of your life.
Number 2 was made. This film was made in the 70s, so I'm not sure.
We should make this a format. Me and Jason with a glass of wine and a cigarette, just judging you.
Judging me, yes. Please. I'm judging you two for being part of it. You don't watch jack shit.
It would be great.
I'm judging you.
Yeah. We watch good shit.
Yeah, we only watch good shit. We don't watch everything. Like shit, we're just picky.
No, you don't know what you're talking about.
All right, number 3 or 2 or whatever number you're on. Let's keep moving.
No, number 2. I'm not so sure. If you guys have seen this, maybe you have, Roberto. It's called The Champ. It's got John Voight. He plays a boxer and he has a young son. At the end of the movie, even though he wins the fight, he dies. And I forgot his name, something Schroeder, I think. He was in that movie. And his performance when his dad dies is so fucking amazing and heartbreaking that you couldn't believe a film would end like that. Like usually the boxer wins at the end, everything's happy days and all that stuff. But no, he dies. And the way that kid cried at the end, I was fucking crying. It was heartbreaking. You watch that scene, and it would be really difficult not to feel a little bit emotional from watching it. It is heartbreaking. Have you seen The Champ? Please tell me you guys have seen The Champ. The Champ. So it's like with John Voight.
So it's that's the Daredevil prequel movie.
But I always cry at the Green Mile.
I just want people to be nice.
By the way, John Voight,
whatever he said. I miss Michael Clark Duncan. I love Michael.
So
well, look, we're getting. I honestly, you guys are pissing me off. So let's just get to number 1. Yeah. All right. Number 1. I know for a fact that Roberto will know this. Number 1. I know for a fact Roberto will know this, and I'm not so sure about Chris because it's Chris. Number 1 is the ending of Captain America: Civil War, with the fight between Tony versus Stephen Bucky. It was a really sad moment in the movie. Well, the culmination of all of it, because it was the end of the Avengers. You know, the bad guy won. Yeah, he showed. He didn't want the Avengers to just like break up and rebuild by a bad guy. He wanted them. You don't think that's the friends have to fight each other.
Tragic.
Like
no, it wasn't tragic.
It's tragic because they
look.
What?
Zam, may I express an opinion here?
Hey, okay. No, Chris, shut the fuck up, or I'm leaving. Yeah, I swear to God, stop fucking interrupting.
You've been talking
my shit. It's driving me crazy. You interrupt me all the fucking time. I don't want.
Chris. Your internet interrupts you more than she does.
Bitch. Please, just shut up.
You don't
offer nothing.
Me any
I beg to God, shut up. Okay, all right, guys. This is my life. This is.
Seriously, okay.
Well, I guess Zam's gone for the day. I guess
you all have your period today. What the fuck?
I mean, okay. Well, what I was gonna say about his number one pick is that I wouldn't pick it as tragic. I see his point. I love Captain America: Civil War. I don't think I would pick it as the number one honestly, for me, I would probably pick My Girl. Probably is one of those tragic endings that kind of Pay It Forward is a good movie, and I know. I mean, I liked Pay It Forward with was it Helen Hunt and Kevin Spacey? There's so I get where he's coming from with the whole tragic thing. I just don't know if I would put it in.
Tragic. I think it was more character building, more like shit. Let that happen, you know. Like even friends sometimes fight, and it might seemed like the end of Avengers, but we all knew it wasn't.
No, because Avengers: Infinity War was coming out.
Yes. So, like that, if it was just left as a cliffhanger that we don't know what's happening after that, maybe, but no, because we knew that that there was a future there, and they would reconcile, and so there's that.
I just love how Zam rage quit.
Okay, yeah, but honestly, today he was interrupting all the time. Like I feel I didn't have much of a window to speak anywhere. So am I in the wrong here?
I mean, no. I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know. We're all on our periods today. It's okay.
Yeah. Me literally. You too. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you two.
All right. Do you have anything else to add, Chris? I think we're gonna wrap it up.
No. Oh, but look, Zam left and we gained a viewer. I guess it's Zam.
He's probably watching, is what it is. He's probably watching on YouTube, like the motherfuckers. They're gonna miss me. Blah 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 blah. He just rage quit. It's like holy shit.
Yeah. Anyway. I'm a kid, and we're having tantrums now. Fuck everything. Fuck everyone. Have a nice weekend.
See you next week. Don't forget to check out all of our extra shit on our channel. And maybe one day I'll get Chris to do a D&D group with us. That would be fun. We just got to get it set up and for Zam not to rage quit. So.
Yeah. Well, it's doable. The only problem is that I have to get my DM to have the time that we can do it all together because he's working a lot. He's a truck driver, so his hours are a bit weird, and he has a couple more other games to run. So even in one shot that lasts like an hour or two, it might be like a bit daunting. So, but I'll see what I can do because I like D&D.
I say I'm down for it. I also have some other friends who play D&D. They've got a couple groups, so I might be able to get them to join in.
I played D&D today. I also played Vampire today. I'm on 3 hours of sleep. Don't talk to me. Anyway, nobody cares about my role-playing adventures, So
I do. I think it's cool. I just don't do it. I mean, anyway. All
You
right.
should.
So
You should.
I guess
So
we're wrapping
anyway,
it up.
see you guys next week or
Later.
whenever, and have funsies. Bye.
Bye.